reduction sound. So thank you to Kies Motorsports. They are going to be fixing that today for us. They sent me out an MST intake, which I watched a ton of videos on, and they all sound phenomenal. It's also very affordably priced, which is just another huge bonus. So we're going to go back to the shop, get that installed. I'll show you how that works. I'll show you some after clips because it also looks pretty dang cool. And then we're going to come back on the road and I'm going to show you guys how it sounds. So I've got everything laid out here now and it all looks really, really good. The textured black powder coat and everything is very, very nice. And you can see the welds there on the MAF airflow sensor. The mount for it, they look super good. But before we can even touch any of this, we need to get the OEM intake out of the car. So first things first, MAF airflow sensor, there's this little clip on it. Pop it up with a flathead, loosen this clamp here from the inlet pipe to the air box, and apparently, in classic BMW fashion, this is just in there with plastic clips, I believe, so you can pull directly up on it and it should come out. So that's what I'm gonna try right now. Now that the air box is out of the car, we're gonna take off the MAF airflow sensor and transfer it over to the new inlet pipe. So these are just two T20 Torx bits, and then MST provides new hardware for when you're remounting it, and they are 3mm Allens. The last two things to remove from the OEM system, there's a clamp way down there. It's a 7mm. We'll loosen it and it'll let us take the inlet pipe fully out. And then there is a bolt, I guess it's a bolt, that thing with the ball on the top, that's actually what the OEM Air Box was clipped into. So we're gonna take that out and then use it to mount the MST heat shield down to the frame of the car. This is the piece that was mounted down there. It's threaded on the bottom and then has a little clip up on the top. The other new mounting point we're gonna use for the new heat shield is on the side of the strut tower right here. Most cars I've seen don't actually have this plastic piece mounted to it and there's nothing here, so MST provides really nice stainless hardware for you guys to use. But since this is here, I believe it has to be a little bit longer, so I'm gonna go ahead and reuse this factory bolt. I left the new heat shield kind of loose, a little bit of play in it because we have to feed the inlet pipe from down there through here and it's going to be a little bit awkward, so a little bit of play will help me out later. Now I'm going to put the silicone coupler on the inlet pipe, put the clamps on, feed it through. Once it's in there, I'll put the air filter on and then we can tighten down these clamps down at the turbo inlet. So I've got it all tightened down now, and I gotta say, it is way sturdier than the OEM one, which was primarily made of plastic, so that makes a bunch of sense. The last thing we gotta do is put the cover on, and as you can see here, I have two options. There's the textured black powder coat and the clear one. I specifically asked for the clear one, but I think I might wait until spring to put that on because realizing how dirty the engine bay gets, I might be a little more comfortable with the textured black for now, but this is ultimately the one I do want to run in the summer. So everything is tightened down now in the car, and I have to say the fit and finish of this MST intake versus that giant OEM plastic airbox, it's not even comparable, and I can't wait to hear what it sounds like on road. Thank you again to Kies Motorsports for sending this one out. There's a link in the top of the description to this specific B58 model, so I believe it fits the B58 cars across the board, so the 140, 240, 340, and 440i. but they do make an intake for a bunch of other cars, so hit the link, cruise the Kies website, see if they make one for your car, and until then, I'm gonna show you guys some sound clips and give you my final thoughts when we're on the highway. So it's been about 2 days now since I installed the intake. I kind of wanted to just drive the car around a little bit to make sure I can certifiably give it my stamp of approval, and I definitely can. So basically any gear above 3,000 RPM, you can really hear the induction sound coming from the front of the car. So with the exhaust note in the back, induction sound in the front, the whole driving experience kind of completely changed, and it made it a lot more enjoyable, a lot more fun. So thank you again to Kies for sending this out. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to do more performance modifications to this car and whatever other car lands in our lap. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.